nice start to our Saturday morning around southern Colorado. Great weather to do anything that you want to do outside. Take that run because it is going to be a very nice afternoon too, but you'll have to at least have a jacket with you or a windbreaker as the winds are going to be on the gusty side. Here's the view from our overhead door company camera at Powers and Galley in Colorado Springs. 30 degrees the current temperature here. There's still some snow on the ground, but that's going to be going away too as we go through the next couple of days. As temperatures are going to be topping out in the lower to middle and mid to upper 50s. That's the case for this afternoon as the Springs tops out at 51. Canyon City gets up to 50. Pueblo tops out at 54. All along the front range, temperatures are sitting in the 40s and 50s by the end of the day. In the plains, we'll be sitting in the mid to upper 50s. Upper 40s along that I-70 corridor. 30s and 40s in the mountains. 42 is where Salida tops out at by the end of the afternoon. We'll top out as we look at the Pueblo region in the middle 40s up in the high country, 42 at West Cliff, 45 at Texas Creek. Meanwhile, as we go up to the Pikes Peak region, we top out at 49 up at Briargate, 48 in Falcon, 51 for our friends up by the Ellicott Ridge, 52 in Fountain, 51 at Hanover, 27 on top of America's Mountain, 42 your high today in Divide, 40 in Cripple Creek. Speaking of West Cliff, what a pretty view this is this morning, isn't it? Looks like one of those paintings as we look back through the wet mountain valley. 28 degrees of current temperature. Still some snow on the ground here as well, but temperatures topping out in the lower to middle 40s, and lots of sunshine will help to melt some of that snow today. 39 is where we're sitting at in the Springs at the airport, 45 in Pueblo, 43 in Canyon City. Still pretty chilly down the San Luis Valley and also in Gunnison. 5 in Alamosa, 3 in Gunnison at this hour. Lower to middle 40s in the plains, 41 currently in Lamar. Skycast, the projected satellite radar. Not really much to look at as we go through our Saturday afternoon. Watch out for some snow well to the northwest of town, to the northwest of Leadville, along Highway 24 up towards the Tennessee Pass. Outside of that, maybe some snow along I-70 over towards the Eisenhower Tunnel and over towards Idaho Springs, and that's about it. So if you're heading off to the ski resorts, there could be some snow to deal with. And of course, there's great news at the resorts itself. Not necessarily so great, I suppose, as you head out and about on the highways getting to the ski resorts, as there will be not only some snow, but also some wind to deal with in some of those high mountain passes. That'll be the case all around the region, not just in the high country. It'll also be the case in the eastern plains, over towards the Kansas line in places like Burlington, as well as in the Springs, and off to the west of Pueblo along Highway 50 between Pueblo and Canyon City, and to the west of Canyon City as you head into the passes there, over towards Salida between Canyon City and Salida along Highway 50. 7-day forecast for the Springs. It's even warmer tomorrow, Greg. We top out in the mid to upper 50s at 57, 55 on Monday, and then we drop it off a bit. Temperatures drop by about 20 or 25 degrees, 34 the best we'll be able to do on Wednesday with a chance for some rain and snow. Pueblo, your 7-day forecast calls for a chance for rain and snow for you as well, as we only top out in the mid to upper 30s on Wednesday, back to the lower to middle 40s in both the Springs and in Pueblo on Thursday and Friday of next week. Canyon City, temperatures drop into the middle 30s for you by Wednesday. Temperatures in general are going to be sitting at or above the normals for the first 3 days of our forecast. It's in the 50s across the board. Teller County, next 3 days will be sitting in the lower to middle 40s and its upper 20s and lower 30s by the end of the forecast. Those as you wake up in the morning sitting in the lower teens later on in that forecast period.
Not such a gentle nudge that it's still January, huh?
No, even though in this case, looks like the amounts of snow we're going to see are not going to be as high as we expected a couple of days ago. There'll be less moisture for this next system to work with.
All right, and I know you'll be tracking it the entire time.
We will be.
All right, Jay, thanks a lot. 8:19 right now.